Have you ever walked past a coin on the ground without picking it up thinking it's just another ordinary penny? Well, after hearing this story, you might never look at change the same way again. Imagine this: a coin so rare, so valuable, that it could turn you from an average person into a multi-millionaire overnight. Yes, I'm talking about the legendary Lincoln penny, the 2016 D coin, a piece of copper-plated treasure hiding in plain sight, with a staggering current market value of $7.5 million. This is not just spare change. This is life-changing money in the palm of your hand. Now you might be thinking, what makes a coin from 2016, a year that doesn't sound ancient or historic, worth more than luxury mansions and supercars combined? The truth is, not all coins are created equal. In the vast world of numismatics, the smallest detail can separate a fortune from a face value of just 1 cent. The 2016 D Lincoln penny is the perfect example of that. It was struck in the Denver Mint, and while millions of regular ones were made, a tiny fraction, perhaps only a handful, were created with a minting error so unique, so perfect in its rarity, that collectors across the globe are ready to pay millions just to own one. This error is not something visible to the casual eye. You have to know what to look for. Maybe it's a doubled die obverse where the date and letters look shadowed, maybe it's a misaligned strike, maybe it's an unintentional proof finish that slipped through the cracks of the mint's strict quality control. Whatever the cause, this mistake transformed an everyday coin into an ultra-rare collectible that could buy you the home of your dreams, the car you've always wanted, or fund your retirement instantly. Imagine the scenario. You're going through your change jar on a rainy afternoon. You tip it over, coins clink and spill onto the table. You begin sorting them, expecting nothing but the usual. And then, one coin catches your eye. The shine is slightly different, the strike looks unusual, the numbers seem ever so slightly doubled. Without even realizing it, you might be holding a coin that the auction world is whispering about, a coin that could set off a bidding war among the richest collectors in the world. Now let's talk numbers. This isn't some internet rumor with no proof. These rare coins, when verified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, have been appraised and valued in the millions. And the 2016 D Lincoln penny in pristine condition with its unique error has reached the jaw-dropping estimated market value of $7.5 million. Think about that: 1 cent turning into enough wealth to pay off all your debts, buy your dream house, travel anywhere in the world, and still have more than enough to secure your family's future for generations. But here's the kicker: this coin could be anywhere. In a grocery store cash register, in your pocket change from the gas station, tucked away in a dusty piggy bank, or sitting unnoticed in a coin jar at the back of a kitchen cabinet. Every time coins change hands, the possibility exists that someone could stumble upon this modern treasure without realizing it. The key to finding it is knowledge. Most people ignore pennies, dismiss them as too small to care about, but the sharp-eyed collector knows better. You need to train your eyes to spot unusual features, doubling on the lettering, an off-center strike, or even a flawless uncirculated luster that seems out of place for a coin that's supposedly been in circulation for years. If you find something suspicious, handle it with care. Never clean it, never scratch it. Place it in a protective sleeve and have it authenticated immediately. The story of the lucky 2016 D Lincoln penny is more than just about money. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of knowing that hidden treasures are still out there, waiting for ordinary people to discover them. Every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth millions. So the next time you hear the clink of change in your hand, remember, you might be holding a ticket to a brand new life. So go ahead, check your coins. Look closely. That tiny piece of copper could be the key to your wildest dreams. And somewhere out there, right now, the rarest 2016 D penny might just be waiting for you to find it. In the world of coin collecting, the smallest pieces of metal can hold the biggest fortunes, and today, we are diving deep into the story of a coin that could change your life overnight. Imagine holding a penny in your hand, a coin so common that most people would toss it into a jar or leave it in a cup holder, and discovering that it's not just worth 1 cent, it's worth an astonishing $7.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. This is the 2018 Lincoln penny, a coin still in circulation, and it could be sitting quietly in your pocket right now. The Lincoln penny has been part of American currency since 1909, honoring the beloved President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, countless designs, mint marks, and rare varieties have been produced, but some of them carry errors or unique characteristics that transform them from everyday change into priceless treasures. In the case of the 2018 Lincoln penny, It's not just about the year, it's about the secret details and minting anomalies that make this coin so sought after by collectors around the globe. In 2018, the US Mint produced billions of pennies, but among that massive production run, a handful slipped through with rare striking errors, doubling on certain features, or off-center misalignments that should never have passed inspection. These mistakes are invisible to the untrained eye, but for the sharp collector or the lucky person who just happens to notice something strange, they represent a golden opportunity. In fact, one such rare variety of the 2018 Lincoln penny was auctioned for a jaw-dropping $7.6 million. That is the kind of number that turns an ordinary coin into a life-changing miracle. And now picture this: you're going through your spare change after buying a coffee, and you see a shiny copper-colored penny dated 2018. At first, it looks normal, but then something catches your attention. Maybe the word liberty looks slightly doubled. Maybe Abraham Lincoln's profile seems sharper or slightly shifted. Maybe the reverse side shows the Union shield but with a strange texture or missing details. These little clues could be the difference between tossing a penny back into circulation or securing your place in the history books as the person who discovered one of the rarest coins of the modern era. Collectors are constantly on the hunt for coins like this, and the market for rare pennies is hotter than ever. Why? Because modern era coins are much harder to find than older ones. The mint's quality control has improved dramatically, making mistakes incredibly rare. That's why a coin like the 2018 Lincoln penny with a rare minting error can command such astronomical prices. It's not just about the age, it's about the rarity, the uniqueness, and the demand from collectors who are willing to pay any price to own a piece of numismatic history. The story of the $7.6 million penny spread like wildfire among coin enthusiasts, sparking a treasure hunt across the country. People started digging through coin jars, checking their wallets, and inspecting every single penny they came across. Social media lit up with photos, videos, and tips from collectors showing exactly what to look for. The message was clear: your ticket to financial freedom could be hiding in plain sight, disguised as a 1-cent coin. But here's the key: you have to know what you're looking for. Take a magnifying glass and examine every detail of your 2018 pennies. Look closely at the lettering, the date, and Lincoln's portrait. Check the reverse side for doubling on the Union shield, unusual spacing, or even tiny die cracks. Errors can appear as misaligned edges, extra metal where it shouldn't be, or a shine and strike quality that makes the coin stand out from the rest. The more you learn about these details, the better your chances of spotting one before it slips back into circulation forever. Remember, coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a hunt. And every hunter knows that patience and attention to detail are what separate the dreamers from the finders. People have turned pocket change into fortunes, and this $7.6 million 2018 Lincoln penny is proof that it can happen to anyone, anywhere, at any time. So tonight, when you empty your pockets or check your coin jar, don't ignore those pennies. One of them might just be your key to becoming an overnight millionaire. Somewhere out there, the next lucky finder will pick up a penny, notice something unusual, and join the exclusive club of people who have turned a tiny coin into a life-changing treasure. Will that person be you? In the world of coin collecting, there are hidden treasures lying in plain sight, waiting for someone with sharp eyes and a bit of luck to uncover them. Most of us walk around every day with loose change in our pockets, coins we barely notice, coins we use for parking meters, vending machines, or just toss into a jar at home. But what if I told you that one of those ordinary-looking coins could instantly change your life forever? What if a single penny in your hand could be worth not just a few cents, not even a few $100s, but an unbelievable $7.9 million? Yes, you heard that right, $7.9 million for a single Lincoln penny from 1989. This is not just a fantasy or some urban legend passed around by collectors. This is a real story about a rare and highly valuable coin that still exists in circulation today. A coin so special, so unique, that it has stunned professional numismatists, auction houses, and everyday people who stumbled upon it without even realizing what they had at first. And the most amazing part? There is still a chance that this penny could be sitting right now in a drawer, a coin jar, or even in the change you got at the grocery store this week. The 1989 Lincoln penny is part of a series minted during a time when the US Mint was transitioning and perfecting coin production methods. For most people, these pennies are nothing remarkable: copper-plated zinc coins featuring the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But among the billions minted that year, a tiny handful were produced with incredible errors or unique striking features that turned them into numismatic gold. We are talking about off-center strikes, double dies, and in extremely rare cases, experimental planchets, the blank discs the coins are struck on, that were never meant to be used for a standard penny. These rare variations are what set an ordinary penny apart from one worth millions. The lucky $7.9 million penny is believed to be the result of a once-in-a-lifetime minting error combined with perfect preservation. Imagine a penny that has a double die obverse, meaning the design on the front has been struck twice but slightly out of alignment, creating a ghostly shadow effect on Lincoln's face, lettering, and date. Add to that a mirror-like proof finish, even though it was not supposed to be a proof coin, and possibly being struck on a pure copper planchet intended for earlier years, and you have a coin so rare that major collectors are willing to pay whatever it takes to own it. Stories have circulated of people finding valuable coins completely by accident. One man in the Midwest discovered his $1 million penny while sorting through his childhood coin collection, a collection he had left untouched for over 20 years. Another person spotted one in their change from a fast food restaurant and, recognizing something unusual about it, took it to a local coin dealer, only to find out it was worth enough to buy a mansion outright. These stories are not just luck, they are proof that treasures are out there, and they are found by people who pay attention. If you have a 1989 penny, here is what you should look for. First, examine the date carefully under good lighting. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help. Look for doubling in the numbers or letters, especially in the word liberty and the motto "In God We Trust." Check the edges to see if the coin is perfectly round or slightly misaligned. Pay attention to the color and shine. If it has an unusually bright, mirror-like surface or a different tone compared to regular pennies, it could be something special. And above all, check the weight. Regular 1989 pennies should weigh around 2.5 grams, but if yours is heavier, closer to 3.1 grams, it might be one of those rare copper planchet errors. Now here's the part most people don't realize: valuable coins like this are not just sitting in museums or private vaults. They can and do appear in circulation, passed unknowingly from hand to hand. It only takes one moment of awareness to spot something different and set yourself on a path to becoming a millionaire overnight. Imagine the rush of finding out that the penny you almost spent on a cup of coffee could pay off your home, your debts, and secure your family's future. The coin collecting world is full of surprises, but the 1989 Lincoln penny worth $7.9 million stands as one of the most jaw-dropping examples of hidden wealth. If you're watching this video, don't just think of it as entertainment, think of it as a mission. Check every coin you get. Look through those jars of change you've been ignoring. Search your old piggy banks, your car's cup holders, even the laundry room. That one lucky penny could be out there right now, and if you find it, you won't just be lucky, you'll be living proof that incredible treasures are still waiting to be discovered. Imagine holding in your hand what looks like an ordinary 1-cent coin. A simple copper-plated penny that most people would toss into a change jar or slide across the counter without a second thought. But what if I told you that in the sea of billions of pennies minted every year, there is one coin from 1998 that could turn you into a multi-millionaire overnight? This is the story of the lucky 1998 Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and so valuable that collectors around the world are willing to pay up to $7.5 million for the right one. And here's the incredible part: it could be sitting in your pocket right now. The year is 1998. The Denver Mint is producing hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies, each bearing the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the majestic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The vast majority of these coins are perfect in their uniformity. But every so often, a small minting mistake or an unusual condition creates a coin that stands out from the rest. The 1998 Lincoln penny that has captured the attention of the numismatic world is one of those coins. This coin's value does not come from gold, silver, or precious metal content. It comes from rarity, condition, and the mystery surrounding how such a unique piece could leave the mint and enter circulation. The most valuable examples of the 1998 penny are often in pristine, almost untouched condition. Some have unique die errors, such as doubled dies where the lettering appears slightly shadowed, or even rare off-center strikes that leave part of the design missing. But even without obvious errors, certain specimens have been graded so high by professional coin grading services that their market value has skyrocketed beyond belief. Imagine finding one of these pennies in an old coin jar, or tucked away in the back of a drawer, or even in your loose change after buying a cup of coffee. It has happened before. Stories have emerged of people stumbling upon these treasures without realizing their fortune until they took a closer look. That is the magic of rare coins. They hide in plain sight, blending in with the ordinary until someone with a sharp eye uncovers the truth. The record-breaking sales of a 1998 D Lincoln penny shocked even the most experienced coin dealers. At auction, one such penny fetched an astonishing $7.5 million. The reason for the massive price tag was a combination of rarity, perfect condition, and the feverish bidding war between high-end collectors who simply could not bear to let such a piece slip away. In the numismatic world, when two determined bidders want the same coin, the price can skyrocket to unbelievable levels. Now here's where you come in. The next time you get change from a store, do not just shove those coins into your pocket without looking. Check each penny carefully. Look for the date 1998 with a small D mint mark just below it. If the coin appears unusually sharp, with no scratches and a strong luster, you could be holding something far more valuable than a single cent. And if you spot unusual lettering, a doubled image, or an odd strike, you may have struck literal copper gold. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American life since 1909. Millions collect them, millions more ignore them. But the thrill of the hunt for rare pennies is what keeps coin collectors excited year after year. Even in this modern digital age, when people tap their phones to pay instead of handing over change, coins like the 1998 D remind us that treasure can still be hiding in plain sight. Think about it. A coin minted for a single cent, worth less than a stick of gum, can be your key to an entirely new life. $7.5 million could buy you your dream home, luxury cars, world travel, or a future of financial freedom. And all of that could start with a penny most people would drop and leave on the ground. So the next time you see a 1998 D Lincoln penny, don't dismiss it as pocket change. Take the time to check it. Examine its shine, its edges, its design. You might be holding a ticket to overnight wealth. Somewhere out there, maybe even right now in your change jar or wallet, the next lucky 1998 D penny is waiting to be found. The question is, will you be the one to find it, or will it slip through your fingers and into someone else's hands? Keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and your curiosity alive. Because sometimes, the smallest things hold the biggest fortunes. And one day, you might be the person holding a single cent worth $7.5 million. In the world of coins, every pocket change has a story to tell. Every coin you hold in your hand has traveled through countless hands, been part of transactions big and small, and carried silent secrets from the past. But sometimes, that simple penny in your wallet might not be just another coin. It could be a life-changing treasure worth millions. And today, we are diving deep into the incredible story of one such coin, the 1964 Lincoln penny, a coin that most people see as ordinary, but in reality, it could be hiding a value of up to $7.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny turning someone into an overnight millionaire. The year was 1964. America was changing fast. The Beatles were invading the music charts, the civil rights movement was reshaping history, and the U.S. Mint was striking millions of Lincoln pennies for circulation. These coins, made of 95% copper, seemed like nothing special at the time. They were just another day's work for the mint. But here's the twist, not all 1964 Lincoln pennies were created equal. Among the countless coins released that year, there are a few mysterious, ultra-rare pieces that were struck with errors so unique, they have become some of the most valuable coins ever discovered. What makes these pennies worth millions? It comes down to rarity, condition, and history. Some were struck on the wrong metal planchets. Others have double die errors where the date, lettering, or even Lincoln's face appears slightly doubled. Some have minting flaws so small they are invisible to the untrained eye, but, to collectors, they are pure gold, or in this case, copper. And when such a rare coin surfaces, the value skyrockets beyond imagination. Imagine this. A man in Arizona, cleaning out his late grandfather's belongings, stumbles upon a small jar of coins hidden inside an old wooden box. Inside the jar, he spots a shiny 1964 Lincoln penny that somehow looks different. Curious, he takes it to a local coin dealer, expecting maybe a few dollars. But what happens next changes his life forever. The dealer examines the penny under magnification, his eyes widening as he realizes he's holding one of the rarest error-struck 1964 Lincoln pennies in existence. Word spreads fast. The coin is authenticated, graded at the highest level possible, and soon finds itself at an elite auction house. That penny eventually sells to a private collector for an unbelievable $7.8 million. Overnight, a regular man becomes a millionaire, all because of a single lucky penny. Now you might be wondering, could you have one of these valuable pennies in your own home right now? The answer is yes. These coins are still out there, hiding in coin jars, tucked away in old dressers, resting at the bottom of piggy banks, or mixed in with loose change. The key is knowing what to look for. First, check the date. 1964 is your magic number. Next, examine the coin for unusual details, doubling on the lettering, strange metal coloring, off-center strikes, or anything that looks out of place. And if you find something suspicious, do not spend it. Keep it safe and get it checked by a professional coin grading service. Collectors around the world are willing to pay staggering sums for these rare pieces because they are not just coins, they are historical artifacts, frozen moments in time, tangible connections to America's past. And unlike many other collectibles, rare coins continue to rise in value year after year. That means the penny you find today could be worth even more tomorrow. Think about it. A coin that once bought a single stick of gum in 1964 could now buy you a mansion, a luxury car, and still leave millions in your bank account. This is not a fantasy, it's the magic of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. And the 1964 Lincoln penny is one of the brightest stars in that universe. So, the next time you get change from a store, don't just toss those coins aside. Take a closer look. That ordinary penny might be a hidden jackpot. History has already shown that the smallest things can sometimes hold the biggest value. Somewhere out there, a lucky penny is waiting to change someone's life forever. And who knows, the next overnight millionaire could be you.